Hi everyone, it's Ashley from Southern Sewing Company. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to show you how I package my baby quilts. I sell a lot of baby quilts. I probably make between 10 and 15 a month, but I have to package these. They have to get to the customer safely and beautifully, and a lot of times they're gifts and the customer buys it for, a family member or a friend. That's the first thing that they open. This is the first thing that they're gonna see. So taking the time to package things has definitely been an important part of my business. I spend the time to wrap with tissue and put a bow on it and do a handwritten note, whether that be for the customer to say thank you or the recipient to say congratulations, you had a baby. So I just wanted to share how I am doing this, and might not be the best way, but this is what's worked for me. Most of my baby quilts are either 32 by 32 or 36 by 42. And I found the packaging that works for those perfectly. And for a little bit bigger, if you're trying to package a big quilt, can't really help you, but a box will work with maybe some of these tips. But keep this in mind if you're trying to ship to customers, if you're trying to gift to a friend, and everything that I'm linking in the description box below is kind of in bulk. We live in a small town. If you followed me for a little bit, you will know that I love Amazon. We don't have stores close by here that have all the things that I need, so I typically purchase off Amazon in bulk. So I'm going to share that stuff below, but stay tuned. I'm going to share some tips that I've learned through the years about packaging baby quilts. You're welcome. I've just finished this quilt for baby winter and now it's ready to be shipped off. If you like this style, I did just complete a tutorial on baby name quilts, and I'll link that in the top right if you'd like to know how to do that. This quilt measures 36 by 42, which is my most popular quilt size. So to fold these nice and neatly to go in the package, I usually fold it in half twice, and then just smoothing out the edges as I go. From here, I'll kind of tuck both edges under and then fold it over again once more, just to create a nice kind of square little package here. The next thing I like to do is use ribbon to tie my quilt nice and snug in this little package here. So for this, I use 3 by 8 inch white ribbon by the roll, and I'll take a pretty good size length and then cut the edge off. Next, I like to take a 2-inch square craft tag and string it onto the ribbon, and then tie a bow to secure everything in place. I like to use these little tags. They're perfect for 2-inch stickers, but they come in a variety of sizes. Just look around to see what kind of fits your needs the most. I am in love with these handmade with love stickers. They are so beautiful, and they've got this gold foil over it that shines in the light. I tend to put these on everything. Sometimes I go a little sticker crazy, but for now we're just gonna put one on this little craft tag here. I think these are a nice touch with my handmade products because it kind of is a reminder to customers that you took your time to make something just for them. For these baby name quilts, I also like to use the scraps and make a pacifier clip that matches the blanket. And I've also got a tutorial that I just made for this that I'll link up in the top as well. Last up in this little package is a personalized note with this cute little envelope that fits my business card perfectly. I always like to include a personalized note with packages because it tells the customer that I care and I appreciate them supporting my small business. I always mention a customer by name, so this one says, "Thank you, Jennifer, love, Ashley." If you browse online, you will find tons of options for little thank you cards. They come in all shapes and sizes. This was a 50 pack, I think, and they each have a cute little floral and then have a sweet little note that's attached to it. These notes are a great way to personalize your packaging, especially if you're shipping to customers. I always like to include my business card and all the notes, even if it's not going directly to a customer, if it's going to a recipient, just so they can find me and they can know exactly where the quilt came from and that it was handmade with love just for them. Next step in our packaging journey is to safely wrap our quilt with tissue paper. So from here, these tissue paper sheets I think are 20 by 30, and I'm going to take my quilt and put it face down on the tissue paper. I'm weird about, I don't like the taped edges being on the top. I guess it really doesn't matter, but this is just how I think. So from here, I'm just taping it over securely, and then I'm going to go to each edge and tape those up as well. I would hate for this quilt to get dirty, so I always wrap it in tissue paper just to keep it nice and safe. This is usually where I go a little crazy with my stickers, and I put one more just for safekeeping. But this quilt is ready to be shipped now, so let's talk about poly mailers. These are my favorite. I don't typically ship in boxes unless it's something really big and bulky. These are also very cost efficient. They keep the quilt safe and they're easier for our mail carrier to tote around with my 10 packages that I'm shipping out. These are 12 by 15.5 inches in size, and I always use this pretty pastel pink. If I'm shipping something a little bit bigger, I'll use the floral. So I'm going to carefully slide this quilt into the poly mailer, trying to keep in mind I don't want to rip any of the tissue, but it fits in there perfectly snug. There's not a lot of room for it to be wiggling around, and it gets to my customer safely and beautifully, which is my #1 goal when shipping things. I hope you've enjoyed watching this quick run through of how I package baby quilts, and I also hope this helps guide you as you kind of find your own way and what packaging is going to work best for you and your business. Thanks, y'all.